My name is Adam Elder. I'm the Scottish Parliament's photographer. Well, in the early stages it involved covering the construction of the building here at Holyrood, and it's now moved to covering the business inside this building rather than the building itself. There's no average day here. Every day is different. On Monday I had to travel down to a small village in the Borders and I had to photograph a committee meeting. Yesterday I had to photograph a leaflet. I don't mean take pictures for a leaflet, I mean photograph the leaflet itself. Since 2003 when I started, we've taken about 60,000 pictures. These are now in an archive, and that archive's available to the public for their own use and to provide information about the business of the Parliament. I used to work for Scotland on Sunday newspaper. I was very lucky to be offered the job to work for Scotland on Sunday at a very young age. Really, it was a job that I should have taken 10 years to work my way into, but as I say, I was lucky and I got my foot in the door and I pulled the door open and they let me in. To be honest, I have photographed everything. I have photographed Margaret Thatcher, I have photographed sets of cutlery, I've photographed musicians, Rolling Stones. I've honestly photographed just about everything it's possible to take a picture of. I put down my cameras. I wasn't interested in working as a photographer anymore because I had spent 10 years travelling Scotland and the world as part of my job as a photographer, and I was tired and I was bored and I'd just had a daughter and I wanted to see her more than I did want to look through a camera. But I was offered this chance to cover the construction of this building and to work in the political environment, and that's always interested me. So I picked the cameras up again and here I am. It was very difficult to study photography at school because there was no support, and that is still a problem. At the moment it is very difficult to establish a career as a photographer when you're a young person. It's very difficult. When I was at school, I saw my friends going off to be things like accountants and working in offices and that kind of thing, and I couldn't face the prospect of doing that for the rest of my career. All I wanted to do was do a job that didn't involve what I would call work. And I was taking pictures at the time, so I applied for university to study photography, which was quite good because it avoided working, and went to university, managed to get through a degree in photographic arts, I think it was called, and came out of there and somehow found myself working in a newspaper. I used to spend most of my time at school looking out of the window. You had to go there in the morning and you couldn't leave until 4:10. You weren't allowed to leave, and I didn't like that. There's no limitations on anybody. They can do whatever they want to do. I could have taken a route where I could have made a lot of money, but it would have been in a career that I hated. So I took a different route and I did exactly what I wanted to do, and I'm still doing it, and I don't make much money, but I'm really, really happy in what I do. The major turning point in my life was when I decided to leave the newspaper. It was a very difficult decision because I was making a very good living, but I wasn't enjoying what I did. And one day I took the decision to leave and pursue something else, but I didn't know what I was going to pursue. A difficult one. But it was the best thing I've ever done, apart from the birth of my daughter.